Welcome back to the channel. Today we're counting down the top most valuable USA coins ever sold at auction, and let me tell you, these prices are absolutely mind-blowing. If you have any of these coins, you might just be sitting on a fortune. Let's jump right in. First up, the 1980 Washington quarter dollar with D mint mark. We'll explore its history, what it means to be in dirty condition, and how much it's worth in today's auction market. So, if you're curious about this quarter, keep watching. The Washington quarter, first introduced in 1932, has become a staple of American coinage. The design honors the first president of the United States, George Washington, and features a depiction of the presidential seal on the reverse side. The 1980 Washington quarter was minted in Denver as indicated by the D mint mark found just below George Washington's neck. This particular year saw significant production, but not all quarters are created equal, especially when it comes to condition. So, what does it mean for a coin to be in dirty condition? A dirty coin typically shows signs of dirt, grime, or oxidation that can accumulate over time. This can happen if the coin has been in circulation for many years without proper care. While some collectors prefer coins with a natural patina, others look for cleaner specimens. A coin in dirty condition may not have its details as clearly visible, which can impact its overall appeal and value. Now, let's talk about the market value. The value of a 1980 Washington quarter with D mint mark in dirty condition can vary significantly based on its appearance and the specific auction market trends. Currently, in today's auction market, you can expect a 1980 quarter in dirty condition to sell for anywhere between $0.25 and $1.50. It's worth noting that while this might not seem like a lot, the value can change based on demand and condition. Despite its lower value, collectors still find the 1980 Washington quarter intriguing. Some are simply trying to fill their collections, while others enjoy the hunt for coins in various conditions. Remember, even a dirty coin can hold historical significance. Attending coin shows or auctions can provide valuable opportunities to find these types of coins. Keep an eye on trends in the market, as values can fluctuate based on collector interest and availability. If you happen to own a 1980 Washington quarter in dirty condition, here are a few tips for handling and storing it properly. Always handle your coins with clean hands, or better yet, wear cotton gloves to avoid adding more oils and dirt from your fingers. When storing your coins, consider using protective holders to keep them safe from further degradation. Next up, 1958 Lincoln Wheat Penny without mint mark, red color shade, very fine condition. The final year of the Wheat Penny series, 1958, is significant. Pennies from this year represent the end of an era for U.S. coinage. This penny, showing a red color shade, has a particular visual appeal. The unique coloring draws collectors, especially in very fine condition. With 252 million minted, this year isn't rare, but 1958 pennies in very fine condition with unique shades like red are desirable. With a unique color in very fine condition, this coin can fetch anywhere from $56,000. Some buyers may pay more due to the color UA uncommon, but a red-shaded, very fine 1958 penny with a rare era could fetch more, given its end-of-series status. Next up, the 1984 Washington quarter dollar with P mint mark, especially focusing on what it's worth in dirty condition in today's auction market. If you have a quarter like this, stick around to see how much it might fetch. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The design features a profile of Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse, symbolizing American pride. In 1984, the minting of quarters continued, and this coin features the familiar design that collectors have come to know and love. It's important to note that the 1984 Washington quarter is made from a copper-nickel-clad composition, which means it doesn't contain silver. This makes it less valuable in terms of its metal content, but the real value lies in its condition and rarity. Now, let's discuss the P mint mark. This indicates that the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which has a long history of producing U.S. coins. In 1984, the Philadelphia Mint produced a significant number of quarters, contributing to the high circulation of this coin. The P mint mark became common on coins minted after 1979, and it signifies that the coin is part of a larger mintage. While this quarter may not be particularly rare, collectors still look for quality and condition. So, what about value? We're focusing on the 1984 Washington quarter with P mint mark that's in dirty condition. When we say dirty, we mean a coin that shows wear and has surface dirt or discoloration, which can happen with regular circulation. In today's auction market, a 1984 quarter in dirty condition typically has a value between $20,000. This value reflects its face value and a slight premium that collectors might pay for a coin that helps complete their sets. Keep in mind that while it might not be a significant amount, every quarter counts when you're building a collection. Now, let's talk about what affects a coin's value first and foremost. Condition is crucial. Dirty coins, especially those that show significant wear, generally don't hold much value compared to well-preserved examples. Additionally, the rarity of the coin plays a role. While the 1984 Washington quarter is not rare, coins in better condition can command higher prices. Collectors often seek uncirculated or high-grade coins that stand out from the rest. Remember, if you find a 1984 quarter in uncirculated condition, its value could be considerably higher, ranging from $26,000 or more depending on the grade. So, if you have a 1984 P Washington quarter in dirty condition, should you keep it or sell it? If you're a collector, this quarter could be a nice addition to your set, even if it's not a high-value piece. If you're more interested in flipping coins for profit, you might want to hold out for coins that are in better condition or rarer examples. Ultimately, your decision should reflect your personal interest in collecting or investing. Sometimes, it's not just about the monetary value but the joy of building a collection. Finally, let's talk about caring for your coins. Even if your 1984 Washington quarter is in dirty condition, you can help preserve it by handling it properly. Use cotton gloves to avoid transferring oils from your fingers and store it in a protective holder to keep it safe from further damage. Even a dirty coin can benefit from good storage practices. Remember, proper care helps maintain its condition for the future. Next up, the 1950 Lincoln wheat penny was minted during a period of optimism in the US. As the country continued to prosper post-WWII, coinage production was at a high, with mints operating efficiently to meet demand. Denver, known for its high production rate, minted millions of wheat pennies during this time. This specific year marked the beginning of new economic growth, and coins from this time are seen as symbols of that prosperity. Like other wheat pennies, this coin's obverse has Abraham Lincoln's profile with the reverse featuring the classic wheat stalks. The addition of the D mint mark, indicating Denver, is a small detail but crucial for collectors who differentiate between mint origins. The design maintains the same dignity and classic simplicity that has defined Lincoln wheat pennies for decades. With over 334 million minted in Denver in 1950, this penny is relatively common. However, fine-condition coins with the D mint mark are becoming more sought after as they age and fewer remain in good condition. Unlike uncirculated or mint-condition coins, fine-condition coins still have slight signs of circulation, which is part of their charm. In fine condition, a 1950 D Lincoln wheat penny is typically valued between $0.10 and $1, depending on the market demand. While not exceptionally rare, fine-condition pennies are appealing to collectors who appreciate well-preserved coins that have still seen some circulation. Unique toning or slight imperfections in the minting process can further enhance their appeal. Collectors of Lincoln wheat pennies often look for unique errors from this era like doubled dies or die breaks. These imperfections are prized as they are less common in coins from the Denver Mint in 1950. A fine-condition 1950 D penny with a notable error could increase in value significantly, sometimes reaching $10 or more. Next up, the 1984 Washington quarter dollar with D mint mark in extra fine condition. If you're curious about how much this coin is worth in today's auction market, you're in the right place. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932, originally created to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. The obverse features a classic portrait of Washington, while the reverse showcases an eagle, a symbol of strength and freedom. Specifically, the 1984 quarter was struck in a copper nickel-clad composition. While it doesn't contain any silver, it's still a significant piece for collectors, especially when it's in excellent condition. Now let's discuss the D mint mark. This denotes that the coin was minted in Denver in 1984. Over 1.5 billion quarters were produced at the Denver Mint, making it a common coin. However, condition plays a crucial role in its collectability and value. Although the mintage was high, coins in better condition like our focus today, the extra fine 1984 quarter, are still sought after. So what does it mean for a coin to be in extra fine condition in the coin grading scale? An extra fine coin will show only minimal wear. The original details, such as the features on Washington's profile and the eagle's feathers, will still be sharp and well defined. Typically, you might see slight wear on the highest points, but the overall quality remains impressive. This is a key factor in determining value. Now, let's talk numbers. In today's auction market, a 1984 Washington quarter with D mint mark in extra fine condition is valued between $43,000. This range can vary depending on the auction venue and demand among collectors. These values reflect the coin's condition and its desirability among collectors. Remember, coins in extra fine condition are always more valuable than those that show significant wear, but why do collectors value this coin? For many, completing a Washington quarter collection means hunting for coins in various conditions, including those in extra fine quality. If you're looking to sell your 1984 quarter, online auction sites are a fantastic option. Be sure to provide clear photos and an accurate description to attract buyers. But if you want to identify if your quarter qualifies as extra fine, here's a tip: look for slight wear on Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, but the overall details should still be sharp. Proper handling is essential. Always hold your coins by the edges to prevent fingerprints, and consider storing them in protective holders to maintain their quality. And there you have it. The 1984 Washington quarter with D mint mark in extra fine condition offers a great balance of history and collectability. If you're a collector or just starting out, this coin is a fantastic addition to any collection. Next up, the 1952 Lincoln Wheat penny is a classic example of mid-20th century American coinage. At this time, the US was in the post-WWII era, and coins were being widely circulated as the economy continued to grow. The Denver Mint was one of the primary mints responsible for producing these pennies, which proudly bear the D mint mark. This era marked significant developments in US industry and infrastructure, so the pennies minted then are viewed not just as currency but as historical pieces from a rapidly developing America. The obverse side of the coin features the profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909 to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday. This image is iconic in American numismatics, representing resilience and unity. The reverse side has two wheat stalks, symbolizing prosperity. The "In God We Trust" motto and the D mint mark at the bottom left of Lincoln's bust are key identifiers for collectors. In 1952, the Denver Mint produced approximately 746 million Lincoln Wheat pennies, making it a fairly common year. However, finding one in particularly unique conditions, like dirty or with distinct toning, adds intrigue. While a coin in dirty or heavily circulated condition isn't typically valued as highly, certain coins with interesting patinas or color variations can pique collector interest. In today's auction market, a 1952 D Wheat penny in dirty condition generally ranges from $40,000. However, if the dirt or patina provides a particularly distinct look, it may slightly increase its value among niche collectors. A unique, natural patina can make a coin more desirable. Collectors are especially keen on errors from the Denver Mint during this period, such as double dies, die cracks, or off-center strikes. While these errors are rare, a 1952 D penny with an error could fetch a premium, potentially bringing its value up to several dollars, depending on the severity and rarity of the error. Even in a dirty condition, error coins attract attention due to their uniqueness. Next up, the 1995 Washington quarter dollar with a P mint mark in very fine condition. Curious about how much this quarter might go for in today's auction market? Stick around to find out. The Washington quarter has been a classic in American currency since its introduction in 1932. This quarter, like all quarters from 1965 onward, is made from a copper-nickel clad composition. No silver here, but it's still a valued piece for collectors. In 1995, over 1.1 billion quarters were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, designated by the P mint mark. While this isn't a rare coin, coins in better conditions like very fine are more desirable. So what exactly does very fine condition mean for this 1995 quarter? A coin graded as very fine shows light to moderate wear, especially on the high points like Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers. In this condition, details are still visible, but you'll notice some flattening, especially along the higher parts of the design. While not perfect, it's still a well-preserved coin, making it valuable to collectors. Let's talk about that P mint mark. This indicates that the quarter was minted in Philadelphia. While the Philadelphia Mint produced the majority of quarters in 1995, the P mint mark can be a significant feature for those aiming to complete a collection from different mints. The P mint mark is also a good indicator of the coin's origin for newer collectors, helping them learn about the coin's history and production location. Now, let's get to what everyone is waiting for: the market value. A 1995 Washington quarter with a P mint mark in very fine condition typically sells for around $26,000 in today's auction market. While it's not a high-value coin, it's still more than face value and has a certain appeal, especially for those looking to build a collection on a budget. These values can vary a bit depending on demand and the platform you're using to buy or sell, but generally, the value for a very fine condition 1995 quarter will stay within this range. Why would collectors be interested in a 1995 quarter in very fine condition? For many, it's about completing a set of Washington quarters from each year, and getting a coin in decent condition can be satisfying. If you're planning to sell, make sure to highlight the P mint mark and the very fine condition. Online auctions, coin forums, and marketplaces are great places to list your quarter. Not sure if your 1995 quarter qualifies as very fine? Look for minimal wear on Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers on the reverse side. Next up, 1945 Lincoln wheat penny with D mint mark, dirty condition. In 1945, just as WWII was ending, the Denver Mint was busy producing Lincoln pennies for a recovering nation. Coins from this period, particularly those with a D mint mark, hold historical significance as they circulated through post-war America. Identical to other Lincoln wheat pennies, this coin's obverse displays Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse holds the wheat ears. The D mint mark adds a unique identifier to this piece. With over 266 million pennies minted in Denver that year, this penny isn't particularly rare in uncirculated form. However, collectors seeking authentic circulated coins look for certain wear patterns. In dirty or worn condition, 1945 D pennies usually sell for $25,000 depending on the market. If a coin displays a unique patina or particularly strong dirt markings, it may be seen as a historical artifact, which can elevate interest and slightly raise the value. Collectors are drawn to any minting errors. While error-free dirty coins hold modest value, coins with noticeable defects or unique wear patterns can fetch a premium from those interested in history and aesthetics. Next up, 1985 Washington quarter dollar with P mint mark in fine condition. Let's explore its value in today's auction market and what makes this quarter special. The Washington quarter was introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. This iconic coin features a portrait of Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse, symbolizing American strength and freedom. By the time we reach 1985, the quarter had already become a staple of American currency. Interestingly, in 1985, the Philadelphia Mint produced quarters marked with P indicating their place of minting. So what does it mean when we say the coin is in fine condition? A fine coin shows moderate wear but still retains clear details. On our 1985 quarter, you should expect to see some flattening on Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, but the design remains distinguishable. Coins in fine condition have visible details but may lack the sharpness found in higher grades. If your 1985 quarter exhibits these characteristics, you likely have a fine condition piece. The P mint mark is a significant detail for collectors. It indicates that this quarter was minted in Philadelphia, and while the Philadelphia Mint produced a large number of these coins, that mint mark adds a bit of character to your collection in the grand scheme of things. This mint mark helps collectors track the origins of their coins and complete their sets, especially when focusing on quarters from different mints. Now, let's dive into the burning question: how much is a 1985 Washington quarter with P mint mark in fine condition worth today in the current auction market? You can expect this quarter to sell for around $32,000. While it may not break the bank, it's still a solid value for a quarter, especially when you consider that it's more than just its face value. This range can fluctuate based on the auction platform and collector interest. So why are collectors interested in the 1985 quarter? For many, it's about building a complete set of Washington quarters, and having one from each year is a rewarding challenge. If you're looking to sell, be sure to highlight the P mint mark and its fine condition in your listings. Online auctions, coin shops, and dedicated coin marketplaces are excellent places to start. Wondering if your quarter qualifies as fine? Look for moderate wear on the high points like Washington's hair and the eagle's wings. If you can still see clear design elements without too much loss, you've got a fine condition coin. Next up, 1941 Lincoln Wheat Penny without mint mark. Good condition. The 1941 penny, minted just before the US, entered WWWII, carries historical weight as a coin from a pivotal time in American history. Like other pennies of the era, it features the Lincoln profile with the wheat reverse. No mint mark indicates it was minted in Philadelphia, a factor that adds to its uniqueness. With over 887 million minted, the 1941 penny is widely available, though collectors still seek well-preserved versions for their historical value. In good condition, a 1941 penny without a mint mark can fetch $60,000. However, factors like unique toning, wear, or small errors can slightly increase its value. Collectors appreciate any minor errors. A no-mint mark 1941 penny with imperfections could bring more attention from collectors of pre-war coins. Next up, the 1968 Washington quarter dollar with D mint mark in a dark, dirty condition. How much could a quarter like this go for in today's auction market? Stick around to find out. The Washington quarter was introduced in 1932, celebrating George Washington's 200th birthday, and it quickly became an American staple. By 1968, however, Washington quarters were no longer made with silver and had shifted to a copper-nickel composition. This particular year holds value for collectors interested in quarters from the late 1960s era, which has its own appeal. In 1968, the Denver Mint produced millions of quarters, marking them with D to indicate their origin. Although these coins aren't made of silver, they can still carry value, especially if they're in demand by collectors. So what does it mean if your 1968 Washington quarter is in dirty condition with a blackish shade over time? Coins can accumulate dirt, oils, and other environmental effects, which can lead to darkening. Some collectors may see this as adding character, while others prefer cleaner coins. While this blackish, worn appearance might lower its collectible grade, it can still attract certain buyers who appreciate naturally toned or environmentally impacted coins. Condition plays a major role in determining a coin's value. A dirty 1968 quarter with a black shade and wear may not be worth as much as a pristine example, but there's still a market for coins like this. Collectors often look for the history behind coins with unique appearances. While this coin won't reach high prices due to its condition, it can still fetch a premium if there's interest in its unique appearance. Now for the big question: how much is a 1968 Washington quarter with a D mint mark in dirty, black shaded condition worth in today's auction market? Right now, you can expect to see coins like this selling for around $29,000. While it may not seem like much, remember that this is above face value. Certain auction platforms, especially those that cater to coin collectors, may have buyers interested in unique and naturally toned coins. Remember, prices vary based on demand and where you sell the coin. For best results, try coin-specific auction sites or marketplaces where buyers may pay a premium for unique conditions. So should you sell or hold onto your 1968 Washington quarter in this condition? That depends on your collecting goals. If you're after pristine quarters, you might want to sell. But if you enjoy coins with character and a story, this quarter makes a great addition to any collection. When listing for sale, be sure to accurately describe the coin's condition. Highlight the black shade and natural wear, as well as the D mint mark and any visible details. And that's it for today's look at the 1968 Washington quarter with D mint mark in dark, dirty condition. While it might not make you a fortune, this coin is a fun piece of American history that can still sell above face value. First up, 1947 Lincoln Wheat Penny with S mint mark, black color shade, in good condition. The 1947 Lincoln Wheat Penny holds a special place in American numismatics. Emerging in the post-WWII era, this penny reflects a time when the U.S. economy was transitioning and recovering from the impact of the war. San Francisco was one of the 3 primary mints at the time, and pennies minted there in the 1940s have a unique allure, particularly those with the S mint mark. The 1947 wheat penny continues the iconic Abraham Lincoln design created by sculptor Victor David Brenner. The obverse features Lincoln's profile, while the reverse has the classic wheat stalks symbolizing growth and prosperity. With over 99 million pennies minted in San Francisco that year, the 1947 S penny isn't particularly rare in terms of quantity. However, specific conditions and unique color variations like the black shading on this coin increase its collectability. Good condition 1947 S pennies with unique black coloring are rare finds in today's auction market. On average, a coin in this condition could bring in $0.15 to $1.50, but for coins with a noticeable black color shade, collectors may pay a premium. Collectors look for any errors, such as die cracks or misalignments, which can increase the value significantly. In particular, a black shaded penny in good condition with a slight error could fetch several dollars more, depending on its rarity. Next up, the 1977 Washington quarter without mint mark. If you're a coin collector or just curious about the value of this iconic coin, you're in the right place. Let's get started. First, let's take a closer look at the coin itself. The 1977 Washington quarter features the familiar profile of George Washington on the front, with liberty and the year prominently displayed. On the reverse side, we have the majestic eagle, a symbol of freedom and strength, along with United States of America and quarter dollar. Now, let's talk about the value. As of today, in good condition, a 1977 Washington quarter without a mint mark is valued at around $39,000 in the auction market. You might wonder why the value is where it is. In recent auctions, we've seen some fluctuation in prices, but generally this coin remains a solid find for collectors. Coins in better condition can fetch higher prices, sometimes reaching up to $47,000 or more, depending on the market. If you're looking to sell or buy one, make sure to check recent auction results and consult with local dealers or online platforms. The condition is key here. Coins that are well preserved will always be more desirable. So, whether you stumbled upon this coin in your change or are considering it for your collection, it's definitely worth keeping an eye on its value in the market. Next up, 1936 Lincoln wheat penny with D mint mark, large date, fine condition. The 1936 D penny represents a Depression-era coin, adding a layer of historical intrigue as it circulated during one of America's most challenging times. Denver pennies from this period are appreciated for their historical association. This penny has a slightly larger date than standard 1936 pennies, enhancing its appeal. It features the familiar wheat penny design, but with a mint mark that sets it apart. About 40 million pennies were minted in Denver in 1936, making it scarcer than other years. This large date version is even more desirable among collectors. In fine condition, a 1936 D large date penny typically sells for around $30,000. Due to its larger date and historical context, it has enduring collector interest. Collectors particularly value die cracks and double die errors, which are uncommon but elevate value. Finding a large date 1936 in fine condition with errors could be valued up to $36 or more. Next up, the 1974 Washington quarter dollar without mint mark. If you've ever wondered about its value in today's auction market, stick around because we've got some fascinating insights for you. First, let's take a quick look at the history. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The 1974 edition is particularly interesting as it was produced during a time when the U.S. was grappling with inflation and economic changes. This quarter features the iconic portrait of George Washington on the obverse and a majestic eagle on the reverse. It's composed of 90% silver, making it not only a piece of history, but also a valuable asset for collectors. When it comes to valuing coins, condition is key. The term fine in numismatics indicates that the coin shows moderate wear but retains clear details. This grade significantly impacts its market value. So, what can you expect to pay for a 1974 Washington quarter without a mint mark in fine condition? As of today's auction market, the value typically ranges from $77,000. However, prices can fluctuate based on demand, market trends, and individual auction conditions. If you're looking to buy or sell this quarter, consider reputable auction sites like eBay, heritage auctions, or local coin shops. Always do your research to ensure you're getting the best deal. To wrap things up, the 1974 silver Washington quarter without a mint mark is not just a collector's item but a piece of American history that holds its value in today's market. If you have one of these coins, it's worth getting it appraised. Next up, the 1941 Lincoln Wheat Penny. No mint mark, brown shade, dirty condition. The 1941 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark was minted in Philadelphia, marking the last year before the US. Enter WWWII. Coins from 1941 represent a pre-war America, adding a layer of historical significance to each penny. This penny circulated through an America on the brink of change, adding historical value that collectors find intriguing. The design is standard for wheat pennies, with Abraham Lincoln's profile on the obverse and the wheat stalks on the reverse. This particular coin has no mint mark, indicating it was minted in Philadelphia. The brown shade and dirty condition of this penny reflect its journey over the decades, lending it a more authentic aged look that some collectors find appealing. In 1941, the Philadelphia Mint produced approximately 887 million Lincoln Wheat pennies, making this a common year for the series. However, the specific brown tone and natural dirt buildup give this coin a unique appearance that appeals to collectors interested in untouched coins. In dirty or circulated condition, a 1941 Lincoln Wheat penny without a mint mark generally has a value of $70,000. However, the brown shade and naturally aged look could make it slightly more desirable, adding a modest premium. Many collectors enjoy finding coins that have naturally aged, showing the history they've carried. Philadelphia minted pennies from 1941 with noticeable mint errors, such as die cracks or misaligned strikes, are valued by collectors. Errors add rarity and intrigue, and even a dirty, circulated penny with a clear error could see its value increase to a few dollars or more. This combination of age, condition, and error rarity makes 1941 wheat pennies particularly interesting to specialized collectors. Thanks for watching Valuable Coins. Each of these Lincoln Wheat pennies holds a unique story and appeal for collectors. Whether you're building your collection or just learning more about these historical pieces, understanding the context, design, and value of each coin can make all the difference. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you won't miss our future videos on other fascinating coins. Let us know in the comments which coins you'd like us to cover next. Until next time, happy collecting!